Hello everybody, I'm going to be doing this soft-spoken. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. I got suggested, or somebody suggested I do this again. And I thought, you know what, that's a good idea because at this point in time, I'm actually no longer posting on my Brittany Tarot YouTube channel. I'll probably post on there every once in a while in the future, but for right now, I'm focusing on ASMR channels, both of my ASMR channels, and also schoolwork related stuff like getting ready for my schooling. And yeah, so this is going to be a pick a card reading video. I've only pulled these cards. I have a couple of oral decks over here as well, but do you hear the cat? He's scratching. Also, I don't know if I'll end up zooming in on this or not on the video. I might end up doing that, but we'll see what I decide to do. You could watch, you could just listen. Either way is completely fine. I think my cat might have gone. Oh no, is this paw stuck? Oh no, okay, he's fine. But I'm gonna try and keep these as quick as possible because if you have ever seen my pick a card reading videos on my Brittany Tarot channel, I tend to go in depth and like ramble on. But yeah, if you need more time to decide which pile you'd like to listen to, you can listen to the whole video, of course, but if you like to listen to only one pile, you can do that. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, you can listen to more than one pile. And if you don't feel drawn to any of the piles, that's completely fine. You don't have to listen if you don't want to, or if you want to listen for the relaxation of it all and the ASMR of it all, you can certainly do that. And that's also why I'm doing this, is because even if you don't believe in this stuff, even if you're not drawn to any of the piles, you can still listen for relaxation. But with that being said, everything I talk about and discuss in this video is for entertainment purposes only and cannot be stated as fact. Alright, let's get into it. Also, I think I'm not going to edit anything. I'm just going to keep it all like this. But okay, so first up we have the 10 of Pentacles upright. So this is a card. By the way, for the pick a card readings, there's not necessarily any time frame. If I feel like a time frame comes up, like something happening now or like well into the future, then I'll bring it up. But this is a card all about, a lot of times, family, and it could be a card about success as well. And I think both of them are actually coming together for you if you've chosen this pile, where it seems like, yeah, it's like any success that you, I want to say stumble upon is the phrasing that comes up. Any success you stumble upon, you'll be able to share within your family unit. For some of you, maybe that means mainly just like, I'm seeing roommates. So anybody, I'm seeing home. So anybody you live with, it could impact the people you live with as well. Also, I just realized I might want to pause and get a drink of water, so I guess I will pause it. One moment. Okay, I have just come back. Sorry about that. I forgot. For those of you who don't know, I have POTS syndrome, and I was gonna have some water right before I started, but I completely forgot until I could feel like in my mouth, like, oh, I should drink water. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to drink water. And with my water, I have sodium or, well, salt. Sorry, I was gonna go into my olive spiel. Not necessary. Okay. But 10 of Pentacles. The whole rest of this hopefully shouldn't be edited out. I'm also talking about family. Oh yeah. There's like success. Any success that you stumble upon, it's like, it'll be unexpected. So don't think about things that you expect, such as maybe getting a raise or finding a job in your desired field. It feels like it's something outside of that. something that will be unexpected in terms of your success. And it feels like, with the success, you won't want to just hoard it and keep it all to yourself. Like any rewards that you are sowed through this success, you'll also want to be able to share this like wealth or this opportunity with others. And it feels very beautiful. I'm hearing symbiotic. So it feels like I'm hearing I owe you one. So it almost, I think I'm hearing that because it seems like either you and your family or you and your home unit are really good at balancing each other out. Like, it reminds me, maybe one week somebody gets groceries, the other week somebody else does. Or you go out to eat, somebody pays one time and then the other time, like if the other person pays the previous time, then you pay the next time. Like, it's very much like that. It doesn't feel in any way like people in your inner circle will take you for granted for your success. They actually just want what's best for you. And if for you, what's best for you is to help share and distribute that, I just see that karmically working well in your favor. And I see that benefiting your relationships that you have, where these people benefit from your success. I mean, even if it's something like something that could be surprising is if you get proposed to, even though I personally believe that if you get proposed to, you should know that at some point you're gonna get engaged. Like, if you have hopefully you have good communication with your partner, but you get what I'm saying. It's like you get engaged, or like you win $100 in the lottery, right? I'm not saying go out here and get a lottery ticket, but just something that's a luck could be involved, but it could be also something that, so maybe it's not something out of the ordinary, but it's still there's an element of it being unexpected. So because of that, you'll want to, I'm seeing with this success and reward, for a lot of you, this relates to money, like finances, or even assets potentially, but any reward that you receive in this manner, it seems like you won't want to necessarily save. You'll want to like spend most of it or utilize most of it. You won't just like not touch it or not use it or like save the money. It reminds me of like if you were to win a brand new car, I'm thinking of Price is Right. It's like you wouldn't just not ever touch your car, like you'd use it, right? You take your friends and family out for drives. Now let's pull from here the Power Animal Oracle cards. Okay, additional messages. I think it's one of these. I feel like it's just okay. We put this here. We have owl omens. Pay attention to signs. So I feel like Spirit is saying, even though there is an element of it being unexpected, you can still expect something's going to happen that's out of the ordinary, extraordinary, if I do say so myself. Sorry, I have to clear my throat. Okay, sorry about that. What was I saying? It seems like no matter what ends up happening, there will be the element of surprise. But you'll still like feel it in your gut that something will happen. I'm getting visuals of somebody who like their friend is bringing them somewhere, and it's like around the time of your birthday, and so you suspect it'll probably be a surprise party, but you're still surprised when you show up. You know what I'm saying? So maybe for some of you, you already know what it is, but it will still, maybe what's unexpected is how it feels, or it feels like it will be more than what you asked or wished for. So it'll be even better than you can imagine. But yeah, let's read it here. Pages 88 to 89. It says, to find the answer you're seeking, it's extremely important to pay attention to signs, especially repetitive ones. These are clues you can see, hear, or feel around you. Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes very obvious. These messages may come through a conversation you overhear, a newspaper headline you just happen to glance at, a friend calling on the phone, or any number of other ways. Number is being highlighted for me, so yeah, numbers. So it is on pages 88 to 89, so 8 or 88 could be an angel number for you. 8 is also a number of abundance. 8 could be your life path number. It's my life path number, but 8 is the number of abundance as well. Some people say it's 7. It depends on how you look at it. But yeah, money, like success, is linked. Success and money success is linked to 8th house. I mean 8, the number 8. Sorry. Yeah. The key is to be open at this most auspicious time for guidance in the form of these omens. These are not random occurrences, although they appear outside your own skin. They're responding to a call your soul is making, whether or not you're aware of it. These omens are manifestations of Spirit's directives, so it's important to keep an open mind and heart to the cues you're receiving. Don't overanalyze them, but do heed them. By observing with all your senses, the wisdom of the natural world and even the human-made world will speak to you. Additional associations: wisdom, shadows, secrecy, magician. Yeah, so this thing's lurking in the shadows right now, things that will soon be revealed. Things that are, it's almost like the secrets are more so, I mean, it could be other people involved, like if you had that surprise birthday party being thrown for you. But it feels like with this, it's saying things are in the works, so things will soon happen that are not yet revealed to you. From the final deck here, the Karma Cards deck. Let's pull from you any additional messages. Any additional messages. From one thing. Yeah, in the 7th house, it says diplomatically, relationships get a fair deal, balance, cooperation, your partners. Yeah, relationships. Your relationships are definitely being highlighted, so nothing at this time is going to really be, I'm hearing like more so over this next month, nothing will be completely individual to you. Things seem like very interwoven and interconnected with the people around you. Anything that happens to them will impact you. Anything that happens to you will impact them. Even if it's just something positive happens and you were to tell other people about this positive thing, and then they're showing their support for you. But it's a time also I'm hearing of really leaning on the people in your life. Not because anything bad is happening, but because you can still lean on people when good things are happening and be revalidated by other people's kind words and their input. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Thank you, 1A. I'm gonna move on to 2B now. Bye-bye. So we're gonna leave this one out because it doesn't really matter. But... okay. Hello 2B, welcome to your part of this pick a card reading video. We have here Queen of Wands upright. I love this card. This card always makes me think of Sagittarius. And see, I'm hearing it again. When I pulled this card, this is actually the first card I pulled earlier, but it felt like it was meant for 2B. And as soon as I pulled this card, I was hearing that one song. I'm blue if I were green, I would die. If I were green, I would die. Green, I would die. What the heck is that noise? That was a loud noise. I guess my apartment building didn't like my whisper singing. But yeah, I'm hearing, blue if I were green, I would die. You know what I'm seeing now with that? I'm seeing people like at the club. But it's like funny. I don't know. I feel like something is going to happen over the next 1 or 2 weeks. It's going to be very funny. It'll be like in a social setting. You'll be out and about, It's especially somewhere where there could be music, or it'll just be a big group gathering and it'll be very loud. So think of a club or a bar. Think of a party of some kind, any kind of celebration, like a wedding. Think of something like that, and it's like something's gonna happen, and I'm seeing you being brought closer to the other people that are involved in this. It will feel like a very individual experience, but there will be other people around you who will experience the same thing as you, and it'll be a funny experience. Like something will happen, it's like, I can't believe that happened, and other people like, I can't believe that happened, and you and other people are talking about it the whole night. That's the energy here. Like, let's say you're on the dance floor, and then I'm trying to think of a funny situation. For some reason, okay, it's like, let's say you're on the dance floor, and then there's other people who are nearby you, and then there's a dance circle, and then I'm hearing nerdy white boy. So like a nerdy white boy goes into the dance circle in the middle, and he's busting out his moves, and he's not good at all, but he's going for it, and everybody's cheering him on. So it's not laughing at him. I mean, some people probably are, but also it's more so like laughing with him and being like, yeah, like he knows he's not great, or maybe he actually thinks he's really good. But it's like, you'll find things to be funny during this, whatever this moment, the situation will be, because it's like, you won't be taking life seriously. If you've been feeling especially a lot of weight on your shoulders lately, a lot of responsibilities, you'll just realize in this moment, oh yeah, life can be funny and silly and fun. We don't always have to take it so seriously. And there's also moments in life that happen that can take you out of your mind a bit and really be present, and that's what I see happening here. So I see this being one specific moment, and I see it being funny and connecting you with other people. And it feels like for a lot of you, this other group of people is just like random strangers. Maybe you'll end up being friends with them, or maybe it's just this one-time thing. Maybe you'll never see them again, you know? But it's still a way of you connecting with people, because we can connect with people and with our community without it being anything what's long-term, or without us like expecting anything in return from these other people. Like, it can just be a one-time thing where we interact and connect. Also, I think earlier I said nerdy white boy, even though the song goes dirty, like messy. Dirty white boy, I think. But I was hearing nerdy white boy. I don't remember. Maybe it is nerdy white boy, but anyway. Yeah, kangaroo gratitude. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. This is a beautiful card. And I think it definitely makes sense with the energy of, and like the Sagittarius energy over here. You'll just be grateful for the everyday moments, and especially this one moment that you have. You'll just be grateful that you experienced it, and you'll be okay with it not being forever, because it's like you experienced it in that moment, and you can cherish it and carry it with you for a while. You can reflect on it, what it means for you. Okay, pages 67 to 68. In this very materially oriented world, where you're constantly bombarded with so many possibilities and choices for acquisition and accumulation, it's easy to forget to be grateful for what you do have, rather than feeling envious and resentful for what you don't have. Trust that you'll always have what you need. Allow the richness and did my cat go up there? Where did he go? Okay, I'm actually gonna pause it. Okay, I just stood up. I thought he went over on top of the kitchen counter, which is like, he's allowed to go up on a lot of things in this place, but not the kitchen counter. Okay. Allow the richness and goodness of our fair and generous Mother Earth to be yours, not for the taking, out of avarice and greed, but out of acceptance and continuous appreciation for the gifts you receive. Everything that comes your way in actuality is a gift, whether or not you consciously manifested it. Thou shalt not want doesn't mean that you shouldn't have any desires, but that you shall never have to go without food, water, shelter, or love. That is, unless you deny life the privilege of providing these things for you. Now, I'm hearing too, like, a basic necessity for you all is having a sense of humor. I'm not saying you don't have it, but, like, the situation that you'll have and experience, it really will allow you to be having that sense of humor, not taking life so seriously. Today, every time you receive a gift of goods, service, love, or money, express your gratitude to the giver and the creator, if only by simply saying thank you. Remember always that no matter who or how the gift is delivered, it comes from the creator. Additional associations: nurturing, generosity, abundance, family. Family and abundance were key words actually that were used for pile 1A, so if you feel drawn to that as well, you can of course listen. Generosity, I think, is the main thing. Well, even generosity too. Yeah, this is like actually a big key message for 1A. So seriously, if you feel drawn to that one, or if you've already listened to that one and you're here, then just take that as extra confirmation that both are meant for you. But if not, that's totally fine. Yeah, I guess generosity and like nurturing of the moment. And I think you'll realize like you have everything you need and you are overflowing with happiness. That's just what I see over the next week or two. You'll be very grateful, but also very happy and content with where you're at and not needing anything to slow down or speed up. Now let's pull from my karma cards. Karma cards. Any additional things to say in Virgo? Very different energy from this. Okay. Methods for the healing power of, the analyzing of, resulting from the perfectionism of, the serving of others, the details of, do what you must do, and yeah, so the serving of others, it really is, for some reason, actually, you know what I'm hearing with this? You're allowed to be happy and celebratory during this time, because I'm hearing hard work pays off, and like your hard work continues to pay off. You work hard, so therefore you should allow yourself to also play hard. Work hard, play hard. And there's like a balance between that. And I think during this time you'll really notice how you should capitalize on that, on having a good balance of your hard work as well as your fun time. And I'm hearing it's good to get away from work every once in a while, so maybe this could indicate just going on vacation as well, or going on a day trip somewhere, or doing something like for the day, like a spa day, you know what I'm saying? Because Virgo also makes me think of natural ways of healing and self-care. Also, Virgo relates to small animals, so you could go to a zoo or like a local animal shelter even. It's actually, you know what you could be doing over this time? Think of if there's a situation where you could volunteer for a bit, or like even an entire day. That could be rewarding. When you volunteer and do charitable acts of kindness, like because you truly want to do them, you're more likely to, hopefully, if you're fully open to the experience, you'll realize all that you do have and you compare it to what others don't have, and that can allow you to practice this gratitude as well. Queen of Wands is an energy that also can relate to, like, yes, I said this in pile 1A as well, but lending a helping hand and being a good, Queen of Wands is a very kind-natured person, not because of any ulterior motives, but because the Queen of Wands just wants to be a kind person. So think of the ways. It could just be in your interpersonal life and in your relationships. It could be against strangers. Think of how you can be kind during this time. And when you're kind to others, you'll see that kindness reflected back to you, whether karmically or if other people just appreciate and themselves are practicing gratitude for what you do for them or say to them. Yeah, I just see this being a very balanced time. And yeah, with the Virgo here, I'm hearing what goes around comes around. You could also be more lucky during this time as well. But okay, I'll leave it at that. Thank you, TB. I'm gonna head over to 3C now. Bye-bye. Let's go here. Hello 3C, welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So we have King of Cups in reverse. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing like somebody who's in an, I'm seeing an emo like punk rock or pop punk band. I'm hearing you'll definitely be very in your feelings during this time. Oh, you know what that tattoo on the skull is making me think? During this time, you're more likely, I'm seeing a period of 3 weeks. So between now and 3 weeks from now, I'm seeing that, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to get a tattoo there, but it's being highlighted for me because I'm hearing you're more likely to make choices during this time that not only are they not in alignment with your true purpose or with who you truly are, but they also, I'm hearing that you'll be more regretful for the things you do during this time. I'm hearing your head isn't in the right place as well, like your mind isn't in the right place. So you're more likely to make decisions that you will regret. It could be you regret them later on. It could even be like the immediate regret. It reminds me of when people purchase like a bunch of new clothes, like going on a shopping spree, but then like at the end of it, or like immediately, honestly, after buying the clothes, there's like dread and regret. So think to yourself, why is your mind potentially not in the right place right now? It's like I'm hearing you're supplementing one thing for another. So you could be trying to get quick dopamine hits and adrenaline rushes right now, and it's like, why are you trying to? Maybe this relates to your personality, or you go through ebbs and flows of this. But either way, right now you're more likely to experience this. So think about why you need those quick hits of adrenaline and those spikes of like the happy hormones. It's like, what are you missing, or what is happening in your life now where you feel like you are unhappy, or that you're also, I'm hearing like you could feel right now that you're not in control. So then it could lead to behaviors where you are very controlling, or doing things that even if like on paper it looks like it would be an out of control behavior, it's actually like it provides you with control. It's just a reckless controlling behavior, such as if you're overspending, where you don't really have the money and it's on things that aren't necessities, right? Like that just as an example. So Spirit is saying, really ask yourself the questions, what is making me unhappy right now, or what do I feel I don't have control over? And instead of having reckless behavior or doing things that you would eventually regret, think of what you can do instead to really tackle these issues. And here's actually the thing, I think for a lot of you, these issues that are coming up, it doesn't seem like you do have much control, but it's like, okay, so where can we find that happy medium? Because there's something we can't control, but we shouldn't perform these reckless behaviors. So, and then we're gonna end up being regretful and shameful anyway on the other end of it. So what can we do instead? What can we do to really ground our energy and be, I'm hearing, less chaotic? Like, how can we tame the beast is also what I'm hearing. How can we not, because here's the thing I'm actually seeing you need to feel what's going on more instead of running away from it. Because that's the thing, if we're running away from these negative thoughts or feelings over here, then if we're running away from those things, all it's going to do is just lead us to, again, to more shame, and it's not going to actually help remedy the situation anyway if we just do these reckless behaviors. So how can you instead focus on really being present in your body and feeling what comes up and thinking about the thoughts that come up? And then with those thoughts, it's like what's helpful versus what's not. Like what's something that, like if you have a thought that comes up and it just you completely talk negatively about yourself, it's probably not going to be very helpful, right? But if it's something where you can still express disappointment in yourself or in others or in your circumstances, but do that and then fully feel that and then just let it go. And maybe it's a situation where you'll have to do this every day or like every so often throughout the day. Like it reminds me of when people have an like really bad boss, and so whenever you interact with your boss, it causes your anxiety to go up. But instead of allowing, like, because in that situation, it's like your boss has control over you. How can you bring control? Because this is a way you can bring control back. How you are able to handle that situation. And so it's like, how can you de-stress and how can you bring your anxiety levels down? Like, remind yourself, I am not what my boss tells me I am, or I am more than how my boss portrays me to be, or I am more than my worth is more than what I offer in my workplace. You know, things like that. Or like, I don't truly value what my boss at work says about me because I don't value their opinion because they are not a kind person. You know, like it's about a lot of reframing is the best way I can describe it. Reframing the situation. Depending on the context, but also it's not just about reframing, it's about actually like facing the situation head on rather than running away from it. Yeah, we have monkey ingenuity, and it says the situation calls for adaptability and innovation. Yeah, so it's like what I was saying about reframing, but also it's about with adaptability, it's about learning to adapt to your situation rather than letting the situation control you, and then you acting unaccordingly and doing things that wouldn't make you happy or doing things that you would regret. That's a lot of what I've already been saying. Okay, pages 79 to 81. For monkey, no matter what's happening right now, you've got to be able to first adjust to the circumstances at hand, then generate creative solutions or ideas and act on them. This situation will require you to get your hands on it, take a good look at it, use your intelligence coupled with your gut sense to evaluate it, then choose a course of action. That's also the thing. Don't act on impulse. Don't act out of anger. Like, take time to really dissect what's happening first before you make a decision. Don't get rigid about your choice, however, as once you make your move, new factors will come into play and you may have to adjust your course again, sometimes very rapidly. Count on it. It's kind of like swinging from tree to tree. You have to be very quick in anticipating which branch to grab hold of. Don't get discouraged if one direction doesn't pan out. Just be willing to shift and it will work out. That's the thing. I think you get overwhelmed, so then when you have to make multiple changes, even if they're minor changes, or even if there's a lot going on, you just have to like really ground your energy. I feel like you get overwhelmed and it's hard for you to like conceptualize because you just get overwhelmed by everything, and then that clouds your judgment. So Spirit wants you to work on that. From time to time, use that keen mind of yours to stop and assess what's happening and continue on, perhaps with a slight change in course based on new information. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean too that you're doing something wrong just because you have to change course again. It's just about adapting. Once you stop and look back, you'll see that every move was timely and purposeful. You have an amazing ability to move through life in a fluid and poetic fashion, whether or not you're aware of it. Just don't get stuck in old habits and routines. Trust in that, and you can do no wrong. Additional associations are dexterity, cleverness, inquisitiveness, and innovation. This could also just relate to any bad habits you have or cyclical patterns you partake in. Okay. Final card here. I'm seeing the color orange as well. Orange relates to the sacral chakra, which also relates to, it can relate to childhood wounds. So think of how any of this could relate to childhood wounds. It's interesting because for pile 2, we pulled Virgo, and then for you all, we pulled in the 6th house. And Virgo and the 6th house are related. Okay, but it says service to others, what is good for us, your work. Is a full-time job, serving, do it a little at a time. So for some of you, this literally can mean you're a service worker. So learning to handle yourself better when you get overwhelmed, or when like the customer is not always right. So when the customer is mean to you, but yeah. So for a lot of you, I think this could relate to your work. It could relate to your job. I'm actually hearing more so 6th house also relates to our everyday routine. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. Okay, it also relates to our everyday routines. The 6th house does. So think of the everyday things you do, because maybe if there's one thing you could take out or one thing you could implement, that would be very helpful. So like instead of playing video games every night when you get home from work, instead maybe at least 1 or 2 of those days when you get home from work, you can watch something on TV, or you can read, or you can like go for a walk. That's the thing too, it's like you're supplementing. So like being somebody who enjoys video games inherently is not bad, right? But if you're only ever doing that instead of doing other things like spending time with friends and family or being out in nature, that's like making minor changes like that in your everyday routines. So instead, at least 1 or 2 days a week going outside, that helps you get vitamin D, that helps with your any anxiety or depression levels you could have. It helps balance out your body's hormonal system, hormonal and endocrine. Does that work? For sure, the hormones, because vitamin D has an impact on hormones, even if you are like AFAB, like your menstrual hormones as well. So it's not like everything you do is inherently bad. It's just about having a better balance of things, and you'll notice how it'll fit when you have a better balance in your routine. It will allow you to, and more variety is what I'm hearing as well, that will help you to be less stressed out, actually, because I think also when we are stuck doing the same things over and over again, it's more likely we will panic if we can't do that thing, and we will get anxious if we can't like stick to doing that thing, because we feel like that keeps us safe, but it actually just keeps us stuck. But okay, I'll leave that there. Thank you, 3C. Bye-bye. And if anybody else is still listening at this point in time, thank you so much for watching and listening. I plan on doing this again in the future. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye. Sleep well. Oh, no, I'm not gonna leave yet. If you like the video and you're still up and you feel like doing so, you can like the video, you can subscribe to my channel, you can check out my other time. Nope, wrong channel. Wrong channel. You can comment. You can, what was I gonna say? Oh, you can become a channel member for as low as 99 cents. All information for that is listed in the video description down below, where you get at each tier level, as well as we get each channel level, as well as how to become a channel member. I also have another ASMR channel, 10-minute repetition and stuttering ASMR, if you wanted to check that out as well. I also have my tarot YouTube channel, but again, as of right now, well, actually, when this is being uploaded, there will still be uploads to that channel, but I'm only have for the rest of the year on that channel, I have videos scheduled, uploaded, and like scheduled to be released, but I plan on going on hiatus for the time being from that channel. So I'll probably just randomly post on there when I have the time in the future, but I won't be posting on there every Monday like I've been doing. So that's why, again, I'll be doing, it won't be every Wednesday, but I want to do the pick a card readings and like collective readings on this channel because it's something I'm able to do and something I'd want to do. And it gets me in the flow state, so it's really like therapeutic and meditative for me, so I want to still be able to do this and also to help other people if I can. I'll let it for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, but since it's so like therapeutic for me, I don't want to just completely stop if I don't have to, so this is a way for me to still do it every once in a while while potentially still helping people. But okay, thank you so much everybody, bye bye.